Yes, you are.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Except if somebody opens the door.
Nobody can open the door because we're here. Okay, let's make this happen.
All right, let's do this.
¿Qué pasa, Boston? This morning I have my dearest of dearest friends with me. I'm so excited. Let me tell you a little bit about her because I'm sure that you're going to feel very related to her story. She's very special because I admire the way that she has gone and come and turned around and survived and in a way made it through so many different stages of her life. She is from Ukraine. She came to the United States and started in Florida, then moved to Boston. When I met her, she already had her little 2 kids, very, very young. She's young herself, and a Venezuelan husband. And I love the way that the couple have always appeared to or present themselves because they're so loving. But I saw her struggle, going to school, taking care of the kids, and then, supporting her husband's dream. And today, she is a completely different person, and she's gonna go through the journey that she had to go and face herself to get to where she's at right now. And I want you to pay attention because this could be you, Alexa Centeno. Welcome to ¿Qué pasa, Boston?
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me, Gabby. You have no idea. I'm like over the moon excited to be here. My first time kind of doing this radio, so.
Well, you have to remember that in order to promote yourself, you have to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
And I'm just honored that you're starting with us. One of the most important things for me and for the show is to share resources and inspiring stories that can help us get to the next level. As
Absolutely.
a community, we want to thrive and we want to progress. And ever since I've met you, I think that you just are unstoppable.
Thank you.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you started back then. Tell me a little bit, like, how was it to come from a different country, move here to the United States, Boston mainly?
Yeah. So I moved here when I was about 10 years old. I moved from Ukraine to Fort Myers, Florida, with my mom, my dad, and my sister. And it was very, very different. Coming from I barely spoke English. I only had like 3 months worth of English that I was learning in Ukraine. So English was a barrier, culture shock was a barrier, and I'm 10 years old. I'm a kid. I was put into this elementary school where everybody's speaking English. It's a different culture, so I guess it was a shock for me. I adapted. As a kid, you have no other choice. You adapt, right? And that's kind of like one thing I kind of.
So how do you get to Boston if you were in Florida?
Yeah, so I was in Florida when I was 10 until I was about 16. That's where I met my husband. Love at first sight.
And you've been together for how long?
21 years now.
Holy cow. Yes.
Yes.
Love at first sight, indeed.
And so I was 16 when I met him. And then we sort of said, hey, let's, he said, I have a big family in Boston. Let's go to Boston. The economy's great in Boston. So that's where I moved with him to Boston. I started going to school. I went to Northeastern University. He was working, and I kind of kept up with my schools. In my mind, school was, I had a vision.
Yeah.
It was school. So I went to do my bachelor's, I went to do my master's, and so I went through that school
Yeah,
phase.
but what you're not saying is that throughout that time, you were also a mom, a wife. I remember the first time you bought your first home.
Yes.
That was like interesting. And for those that don't even know where Sasha and Alexa, because Sasha, I call her as my friend, but she's known as Alexa Centeno, how it started. I mean, we were selling Herbalife.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you remember that? We were like trying to lose weight, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna sell Herbalife.
It's the entrepreneurship journey, right? It's the vision.
And that's how you started.
Yes.
And from there, you became this master of interior design and staging homes, and now you have franchises.
Yeah.
Tell me through the journey. Tell me your journey, how you got here.
All right. So I, while I went to school, my husband was doing TV installations, and I said, hey, why don't we flip that around? Why don't we start our own business? Why don't you be your own boss? I have that entrepreneurship in me, in vision. So we did that. So 17 years in business now, like low voltage home technology.
But what does that mean? I mean, like he was installing TVs.
Yes.
That's not only what he was doing, because I remember, these panels and lighting and sound systems, and like
Yes.
it went beyond that,
Yeah,
right?
so beyond TV installation, as we grew through the years, so after 17 years now, it's full lighting control system, motorized shades, Wi-Fi, audio.
So
now,
modern house.
correct. So somebody who's building a new construction house, we come in, we pre-wire for home technology. We improve their way, the way they live in their house. We implement shades, and with one button, all the lights turn off. So we definitely
How
evolved through the
was
years.
it for you? Because you're the only woman there. I mean,
Yes.
I remember it was all guys
up
and
until now,
you.
yes. I was the only woman, and there's a story, right? Like there's a lot of build up to that. But as I wore all the hats in the company, and later on, there's now about 15 of us. Now we finally have. I was the only one, and I wouldn't say it's a male dominated business, but builders are mostly males. It's a male.
Do you think that helped you
was-
advance, or was it challenging?
It was easier for Angel because he could relate, right? It was challenging for me.
Yeah.
And it was especially challenging for me when I went to expand it in Florida by myself as a woman. So that's, we've been married, like I said, for 21 years. And after 21 years, we worked together for 17 years. We drove the same car together. We had lunch together. We had breakfast together. We had dinner together. Literally one car back and forth.
So there was no Alexa. It was always Alexa and Angel.
And Angel. It was as a marriage, right? But it was a little bit more than that because we drove in one car together as business owners. And I feel like there was a loss of like me, right?
I
was just living for some. I love him very much, but I was living maybe his life, or I don't know. And I mean, everything was great. We have a beautiful house. Something was missing inside of me, and I just I wanted to have my own voice. I wanted to have my own decision making. I just wanted to have me.
So you kind of built this career, right?
Yes.
Through the lens of a TV installation business that
Correct.
grew into this automatic home, what you do, right? And
Yes.
all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, what am I doing? Like, I've been doing this business that has to do with my husband's skills.
Yeah.
And obviously you have amazing skills because you graduated from Northeastern as a taxation MBA or something similar, right?
Yeah, and although that's like we have accountants, that's not what I was doing. I was doing more social media, but I kind of grew myself out of, I still network with people. I still have amazing connections, but I used to build systems with Angel.
Mm-hmm.
We used to build but I don't know. It wasn't me, right? It wasn't my
There
calling.
was something missing.
Yeah.
So what woke you up? Like, what said, like, okay, Alexa, you gotta get out of this or do something else? Or how did you find what you do now? And explain to me what you do now.
Yes. So it was a vision, right? I can't tell. I pinpoint to exactly what moment was it, but I said, you know what? There's more to me. Who am I? What am I good at? And I had, I wanted to make my dreams come true. And my dream, if you have a vision, I always believe if you have a vision, it's already in your DNA.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. You just have to listen to it, listen to your heart. So I said, hey, can we go to Florida? I want to go ahead and I'll expand our business over there. So while we were there, he said, absolutely, very supportive. Let's go. So while we're there, I'm trying to grow our business, and because it's such a male-dominated business, I couldn't break through with that with our home technology business. So what happens then? So my husband's doing back and forth traveling. So he comes.
The kids are here, or they're in Florida.
In Florida, in Boca Raton.
So it was like back and forth.
Yeah,
just
every weekend, just to come to be with us.
Tiring.
Exactly. So we're there, and then, in 21 years, we get into a little argument. He puts his stuff in the luggage and he goes, I'm leaving. Of course he's gonna be back next week. We know that.
Yeah.
But I pretended he left for good, for in 1 second, and I'm like, okay, he just left. I have 3 kids. Once again, who am I? What am I good at? What am I gonna do to support these 3 kids? And so I started thinking, and I just went outside and I kind of like listened to my inner self, and I started thinking, what am I good at? And I thought, well, when we sold our house in Boston, when I moved to Florida, I staged the house accidentally just for myself. So good. The lady wanted to buy all my shoes and all my furniture. I said, there has to be something there, right?
Yes.
That's my skill set.
So that's very important. For those that are listening, staging a home is not the same as interior designing, correct?
Correct.
What's
different.
the difference between them both?
So when you stage a home to prepare to go on the market to sell. You come in, you advise on what.
So you remove the clutter.
Remove the clutter.
You make it pretty, clean.
Depersonalize. Yep. Make it attractable
So
to
no
the general.
pictures.
No personal pictures. Correct.
Does that have anything to do with psychology when you're buying a home, or is
yeah,
it
because
more...
you want to when you come into the house, you have a couple of seconds to fall in love with it. That's our goal. Our goal is to, as stagers, to look in the eyes of the buyers. When they start looking, first of all, for protection of your family, right? You don't want to show who lives there. But second of all, you want them to come in and be emotionally in love with the house instantly and be like, baby, this is where we can sit down. This is where we can make meals. They're in love, so the next thing after that, they're just making offers.
But what would you tell the person that is putting the house on the market and it's really struggling? Because when you make these type of decisions, unless you have it as an investment or you're in the commercial business, real estate business, you're gonna maximize all your dollars. The last thing I'm gonna spend is on staging. Like, forget about that. But they're missing out, right?
Absolutely. Staging is a tool. It helps you sell faster, and it helps you sell for more. It can even create bidding wars sometimes, because when somebody's emotionally involved in the house, they're gonna buy it. They're gonna do whatever it takes.
And a piece of furniture can do that for you.
Correct. Yeah. And our goal is to help realtors and help builders to stage the house so the buyers fall in love and the builder sells the house faster.
Who will take advantage of your services? Is it the house, the owner of the house, or is it a real estate agent, or who?
It could be either. So we do vacant houses where it's like a new construction. So a builder would be our client, a realtor would be our client. But also there's homeowners, and I get that's also missed very much in the industry. An owner-occupied home also needs staging. Once you live in a house, you think that this is the way that it needs to look. But when a stager comes in with a second set of eyes, we depersonalize things. Something that you wouldn't think of, right? We make the bed nice. We'll put the rug where it needs to be. We'll add neutral art versus art that could have been more personalized to you. So we can come in, we can transform the place. I actually have really great success stories of owner-occupied homes. And it's just, once again, it's just to help make it more appealing to the general public.
So it's so intriguing to me. You go to Florida, all of a sudden you're losing everything, right? Like you just blink your eyes and you're like, okay, I don't have a husband anymore. He left.
Yes.
He's running his business, which I worked in and grew myself. And then all of a sudden, who am I? What am I doing?
Yeah.
And you have your 3 kids.
Yep.
In your home.
Yep.
And you decide, okay, I'm good at staging. Let me just figure it out.
Yep.
How in the heck did you get into creating a franchise? How did that happen? I mean, like, staging a home, does that mean you own the furniture to stage all these homes, or do you rent them? Like, what's it like? And if I want to get into the business, how do I do it?
Yes, I'll explain to you. Yeah, so, this came accidental. It was an opportunity in front of me, and I said yes to. It could have been anything, right? But I saw an opportunity of staging, and I was looking for a change deep inside of me. And no one's gonna, so once my husband went to Boston, I'm looking at my kids, and there's no one that's gonna come save you but yourself. You look inside of you, and you're like, the change that you want in your life starts with you. So you're in charge of your own results. So that's when I started staging. And I created so much momentum in Florida. My business took off tremendously, right? Now, I'm doing great with business in Florida, but there's an imbalance in the family. My husband's going back and forth. He's not happy. I'm not happy. The family's separated. He goes, take all your stuff, put it on a truck. I have a 21-foot truck, and he goes, bring it to Boston, and stage again. You'll stage in Boston. Let's save the family. Let's be. At the end of the day, that is what
21 years of work too, right? Like you
correct.
dedicated to each other's lives
Absolutely.
and to building some future and something, and it's not easy out there.
No,
Also finding
yeah.
someone.
So 21 years, and so I was like, absolutely, I'm going back to Boston. I pack all my furniture. I come to Boston. My stuff is still in the luggage. Once again, there was an opportunity in front of me, and I never say no to opportunities because they're there for a reason. And one of the realtors said, Alexa, I need you to stage a 3 million, a 6 million, and a 7 million, all in 2 weeks. I said yes. Did I have the furniture? No. Was I gonna figure it out? I did. Because of those, I said yes to that opportunity. I created momentum once again, and my business took off.
Now, those leads came from where? Like from the prior businesses that your husband had, or relationships, or how did that happen?
Between relationships, between SEO, so it's a combination of everything. So I staged over 77 homes by myself last year.
What?
Yes. And while I was staging, I have a really good friend of mine, and he says, your superpower is in building businesses. We tested you out in Florida, you succeeded. We put you back in a brand new market, you succeeded. What does that mean? I can build businesses. So that's what I could have been the biggest stager of Boston. Do I have that in my heart to have? That's not what I'm seeking. I want to help somebody else who might be going through, I don't know, a divorce. They might be not happy where they are, or they might be happy but they want an extra source of income. Let's say that I am a business owner. I wanted another level of revenue. I created that with home staging right now.
So you have a business called Alexa
Bella House.
No, the staging individually. How did you call it?
Bella House Needham. So that's now under the Bella House umbrella. So that's now it's a franchise. Now it's a national franchise, and I kept a corporate-owned territory, Bella House Needham.
But let me ask you a question, because every time I drive 93 or I'm around like neighborhoods, I see your picture and I see your truck, and I'm like, I want to be there. And you look so beautiful, and I'm like, that's my girl. What does that feel like? Because I know of a lot of us have that the scarcity mind. I'm not gonna say it's a scarcity mind. It's actually fear.
Yes.
Is that, what are people going to think if they see my picture on a truck all over the place? Like, what made you say, like, I want you to look at me, and this is me, and this is my brand, and this is my company, and I'm owning it?
Yes. It's the same thing as maybe right now people are experiencing. They record a video and then they overthink it and they'll never post.
Yes.
It's my story. That chair that I'm sitting on, it's Florida. It's my inception. That chair doesn't even belong like in any market except like Southern market. Here I am in Boston snow, and that chair is like a very, but to me it's a symbol. And I love my story and I want to share it, and that's why I'll put a picture, because you know why? When people do business, they don't do business with a name, they do business with you.
What you're not saying, and I hope it's okay that we mention this, pay attention, people, you listeners. Alexa went through a whole physical change.
Yes.
And you're very proud of it because you put it on social media as well, and I've seen you change.
Yes.
You went from a very heavy, overweight persona to now looking fabulous and like model-like. You're gorgeous either way. You're gorgeous inside and out. What made you take that route and make that change within yourself? And I think that kind of like took you to all the following changes, right?
Yes. It's once again having a vision for yourself, and you're like, is this how I'm going to be for the rest of my life? No. Then you make a change. I looked online for a doctor, and we did a bariatric sleeve with my husband together, and I lost a lot of weight. It's the same thing. If you have a vision, you just have to take steps, or plug yourself in with somebody who's going to help you lead to where you want to be. That's one of the things. So if you have a vision for yourself, you have to do it. Otherwise, we'll remain in the same spot. And I always say, you're not a rock. We're not supposed to be in the same place all the time, right?
So what if right now, Gabby, I want to change. I want to start, I'm listening to your story. I want to be like you, Alexa. I want to have money, and I want to be on every truck, and I want to start my own business. What would you tell me? What's your advice?
So my advice would be to ask you the reason why, right? So everybody has different reason why. So like, are you trying to? Do you just want to make more? Because if it's, we could do that. If it's revenue driven, we could do that. Do you want to just work 6 hours a week, right? Because staging, once you tell the movers what to do, in reality, it's not a lot of hours that you're working, and the movers are doing all the work. You gain all that time back. So what is it that you're seeking? The question is, what is it that you want to achieve? Because we have a process called request for consideration process, and now that we went nationally, we are really interviewing candidates through the process because we want the right person. Because I want the brand to succeed, and I want every franchise
So
to
it's
succeed.
not everybody that wants to
No.
start a business with you, they can. They have to go through the process.
Correct.
You're gonna analyze and work with them to see if they're a fit, and then you start a system.
Correct.
Because you have something that works, right?
Yes.
So it's like a copy paste type of thing.
Copy paste. We can get you started within 30 days staging. We can put you in the field immediately. After we do the training, I have a playbook, I have operations, we have a system that we go through together, and I teach you not only how to get clients.
Ya lo sabe, mi gente. Like, if they're looking for a job, maybe it's a career, a whole
It's-
opportunity of being a business owner.
Absolutely.
I mean, like,
and
and
we
you
get to
have
play with
the
furniture.
success. Yeah.
I go to work and I can't believe they pay me for it. I play with furniture.
But not only that, you're accomplishing, you're giving and providing jobs to others.
Absolutely.
You're starting a business that, gives a forever home to another family. I mean, like, there's a lot involved in it,
Correct.
right?
Not only do I elevate the lives of the realtors that I work with and builders because I help them sell faster, I with franchising, I want to be able to help people achieve their goals, achieve their dreams, own a franchise, own an asset. I mean, how beautiful is that, to have your own business and you don't have to take 18 years to figure it out. The steps are right in front of you. If I had that opportunity, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Tell me,
nobody wants
how
to do
can
it alone.
I find information about becoming a franchisee? Vela House.
Yes. So the
And-
website is Vela. The name of the business is Vela House. Yes. The website is Vela House Franchise. VELLAHAUS franchise.com. We're also on all the social media platforms. Reach out, direct message us, send me a comment, call us. We're right here in Needham, and we are, we're starting in Massachusetts, and we're expanding nationally right now. Yeah.
Well, not only if you want to start your own business and you want to be a franchisee at Vela House, but if you want to look at the most amazing and funniest social media, you have to see Alexa on all her social media networks. I am so proud of you, girl. I love you so much. You know that I feel very deeply and I admire the growth that you've had throughout the years, because I've seen you grow in at least 15 years.
Yeah.
And I feel honored that you're telling and sharing this story with us, because I know that Boston needs inspiration, and we have so much talent in this community. I'm really happy for you, and I'm wishing you all the best and the most success ever.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really grateful. I could just say, look at your vision and build your vision one brick at a time.
Ya lo sabes, mi gente, de Que Pasa Boston. Stay tuned. Keep sharing this information. It might help somebody that you know. We can download the iHeart app, and you can share Que Pasa Boston podcast 24/7, or you can listen to us on Sundays at 6:30 a.m. on Gemini 94.5 and 8 a.m. on Rumba 97.7. See you soon. Yay! Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah?
That was amazing.
Something was missing inside of me. I wanted to have my own voice. I wanted to have my own decision making. I just wanted to
Good.
have me. So you kind of built this career, right? Yes. Through the lens of
Nice. I can hear it.
Good,
So,
good.
save as music. No. There you go.
So the other day, a franchise on the call, she graduated through the steps. She's already up there through the process, and she asked me, why not just build the biggest Boston home staging business and I can, but I wouldn't have the heart to keep it all for myself, because there's so many people who they don't know how to start a business like that, and they want to, right? They want all those things. So I feel like that would be very selfish of me to keep all that knowledge and everything when I could share it and see them strive and be like, "Hala, I just made this. I just grew this. I just helped my other business," because like I want that to me is more rewarding.
Fulfilling.
Yes.
And I see that because you're like a teacher, and that
Yes.
you like to see people succeed, and you like them to be good with you. I love it, girl.
Thank you.
You're doing a fabulous job. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
And just looking at everything that you have done and how much you've accomplished, and I mean, like, shit,
Thank you.
you've done so much.
This was amazing.
This is gonna go out this Sunday.
You're such a good what do I call you? Host?
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 Yeah.
You asked such good questions.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Did you feel that it was like relevant to what you wanted to say?
Yes, absolutely.
I have to be quick and cut you off because we just have 25 minutes.
I loved it, yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that we gathered everything.
Yeah,
I mean, I wanted to talk about your personal journey, your job, like your marriage,
it's a big
your
story.
kids. It's a big story to tell. Like I'm thinking about changing the format to a long podcast format, because it's too quick. I mean, like, but I don't know if people like to listen to hours and hours of conversation.
True. Unless it's like one topic specific, right?
Yeah, I do. I listen to it, but some people.
So
don't.
where does this stream? How does it go?
So you're gonna have I know the show airs on Sunday on radio, so it's gonna go on the air on Jam 94.5 and Rumba 97.7 on both stations. Then it's available on the iHeart app as of 8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
It's available on the iHeart app.
Yep.
So you can listen it as a podcast, and it's available on both websites: Jamin's website, Rumba's website, and my YouTube.
Okay.
And
what are you titling it?
I don't know. I have to figure it out.
Okay.
Do you have an idea? Do you want me to say something?
From something to a national